Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It's Tuesday. It is 9 o'clock, which means it's time for a Matt test, a Craig test, a Matt test. It's involving this guy. This
A
is
Craig
Matt.
test, a Matt test, a Craig test.
I don't know. It's one of them. So this is Matt. For those of you that don't know, Matt's in my office and is also a magician. Yeah. And what happens with Matt is every Tuesday, I either do a trick to him, and it's called a Matt test, or he does a trick to me, and it's called a Craig test. And also, Matt's on the channel on a Thursday doing the second season of the Matt-umentary, where he's putting a stage show together. And I was at Alakazam recently, and I was speaking to Peter Nardi, and he said that Matt would definitely like Bane if he's putting a stage show together, and it's the sort of thing that Matt would really get a kick out of. I haven't seen it. I've got no idea what it is. All I know is it's by Jamie Daws. So I imagine presentationally it's going to be in sync with what you do.
The god that is Jamie Daws.
So I'm not going to ask any questions.
I want to steal Jamie Daws, lock him in a room for a week, and then sap all of his information, and I'll have that stage open together like that.
Yeah, but that's illegal.
And that doesn't sound weird as well.
I don't think Jamie would mind. He's a nice guy. He'd help me out.
So, Jamie, can you let us know
Yeah,
in
can
the
I lock
comments,
him in a room for a week, please, Jamie?
Do you want to be kidnapped?
Can Matt abduct you?
Yeah,
is
effectively. I'll feed you.
That's all right then.
That's good.
Fine.
But this is potentially going to be in your stage show. Maybe, maybe not. I'll find out more about that in a bit. And obviously, this is a weird environment to perform a trick that's designed in stage. But
It is.
That's why we've got Jack with us.
It is. I need more people than just you two, to be honest. I need 4 people and somebody else. So I'm going to have to adapt it, but I did want to show you guys because it's brilliant. Okay. So it would be different on stage. There are elements of this that I'm going to do now, which would be different on stage as well.
Okay.
And I think on stage it would be more fooling and genuinely better. But obviously the environment that we're in, I've just got to make do with what I've got. Okay. Which is...
Let's do it. I want to see this. Let's go for it.
So you're going to have to be 2 people each.
Okay.
Okay. So basically there's multiple things that I do outside of magic, as we know. So I'm an actor as well. And one of the things that I do with my acting is I work for a murder mystery company. So we do murder mysteries all over the country, where it involves somebody dying and then us having to figure out who done it. The audience then have to figure out who done it. But I thought we'd try something in with a murder mystery, but magic related as well. And we'll kind of flip it on its head a little bit. Okay. Okay. So when we do the murder mysteries for my murder mystery company that I work for, 9 times out of 10, I'm the inspector. Okay. So the inspector is the one that goes out and walks in halfway through, goes and examines the body, and then helps the audience decide who's committed the murder out of the suspects that we've got. Okay. We haven't really got suspects and stuff because there's only you two. So again, we're gonna have to flip it on its head a bit. So, but one of the things that I get asked the most, because we do what we call walkarounds. So you've got all the people sitting around the tables and we have like 15, 20 minutes, a couple of times a night, where all the suspects walk around, and I do as well. And any of the audience members can ask anybody any question they want. And most of the time I get asked, did I commit the murder? Even though I'm the inspector. And obviously I'm there to help them decide who committed murder. Most people, and they get forms to fill out at the end of the night as well. So you have to fill out the name and the motive of, why that person's done it. And probably 20% of the cards that we get come back in every single time we do it is, I reckon it was the inspector for this reason. It never is. But it got me, it would be a good twist. And this is what got me thinking, if I was going to do it, if I was going to kill someone in that kind of scenario, or in any scenario in general, how would you do it? So you've got like guns and stuff, but they're really noisy and they're traceable. You've got like blunt instruments or like knives where you leave DNA, don't you? And if you're stabbing someone and you get their blood on you and that's DNA and whatever else, and it's difficult. So I was thinking, what would be the best way, if I wanted to, of murdering someone? And I think exactly that. Or poison.
Or kill them in a pig farm.
I mean, that's how you dispose of a body. So I'm told. But yeah, I reckon poisoning is going to be the way to do it. And if you were going to poison something, you'd poison a drink because it's easily consumable. You wouldn't notice any difference or taste or anything. But if you were going to do a drink, why not poison something that goes in the drink rather than the drink itself?
Okay, yeah.
That makes sense to me.
Right.
I haven't put that much thought into this, Jack. Stop looking so worried. But anyway, so normally at this point I get 4 people to come up. But I haven't got 4 people, I've only got you 2. So you're going to have to be 2 people each. Okay. So you can be number 1, you're Craig. Okay. Number 2, you're Mr. Petty. Okay. Number 3, you're Jack. and number 4, you're Mr. Murkit.
Gotcha.
Okay, so you get a cocktail shaker each. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Craig, Mr. Petty, Jack, Mr. Murkit. Okay. Now, just to let you know, at some point over the next couple of minutes, one of you is going to die.
Oh.
Okay.
Just so you know. Okay.
I'd like it to be him.
The decision is the decision's not yours,
Okay.
or yours, or mine. The decision on who's going to die is actually going to be Mike's.
Oh.
I don't want him to have that power.
Mike's going to decide who's going to die. Okay. So inside each one of these is a cherry. The cherry is what's going to be put in the drink to poison the drink. Make sense?
Yeah.
Every single one of these has got a cherry in it. You can examine the cherries if you wish. They're not real. Please don't try to eat it.
What, you should examine it?
If you want to, was what I said. But that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so we've all examined the cherries.
Yeah.
They're all the same. They're just little red cherries. Okay. Now, what's going to happen is, in a second, Mike is going to use this, the golden cherry.
It doesn't matter how you say golden cherry. It's not going to sound like.
The golden cherry.
Okay.
Da, da, da.
Okay.
That's the poison cherry. Okay. So in a second, we're all going to turn around because I don't want to see it. These two can't see it. Okay. So you're going to take the golden cherry. You're going to take one of the cocktail shakers, take the red cherry out, put the golden cherry in.
Okay.
Happy?
Yeah.
Okay. Take the golden cherry.
Are we got to look away?
Everybody look away. Turn around.
You as well.
Yeah, me too. Take one of the cocktail shakers, Mike. Take the red cherry out, put the golden cherry in, put the lid back on the top so we don't know which one it is, and put the cherry back. Put the cocktail shaker back. Have you done it?
Yeah.
Perfect. Do you want to pass me the cherry?
Yeah.
Because
we
obviously
look
you
now?
need your hand. Yeah, you can look now. Pass me the cherry back because you need your hands in order to be able to pick that up, pick the camera back up. Right, okay, so we have one of you is now dead. Craig, Mr. Petty, Jack, Mr. Murkit. One of you's now dead.
Oh no.
But now it's my job as the inspector to figure out which one of you has died.
Okay.
But before I do that, Mike, can I just give you that?
Sure.
Just pop it in your pocket for me, mate. Okay, right. I forgot to do that. Right, so let's figure out which one of you's died.
Okay.
Now you get to look inside the cups. Okay, just look inside your own. Don't look inside anybody else's. Just look inside your own, and see if you've got a red cherry. Or don't say anything. Don't tell anybody. Don't let anybody know. Look in both of them. If you've got a red cherry or a golden cherry. So now you know which one of you's died, but you can't let me know.
But normally with like 4 people, we wouldn't know.
No, like one of you would know, 3 of you would not. Okay, so I want to see you die. I want to see you die. So I want you, in your best acting skills, to act out what would happen to you if you were poisoned. I want you to die. For everybody, right now, go.
Really?
Yes. That's pretty
By the
good,
way,
actually.
I've just given at least 100 people.
I know what you're going to say.
I've just given at least 100 people that follow Unbiased Magic Reviews a fucking orgasm right now.
All right, Jack, your turn. Okay, very good. Very good. Mr. Petty,
Oh, right.
your turn. That was quick. That must have been some strong poison.
It was straight out there.
Yeah. And Mr. Murkit, your turn.
I love the.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. Although that last one, kind of as a detective, that last one gave a little bit away to me. I think you overcompensated slightly. So I think that you, Mr. Murkit, in number 4 here, I think you have a red cherry. Show everyone.
A red cherry.
A red cherry. I don't think you died.
You want to show?
I think you're still alive.
Mr. Murkit is alive.
Mr. Murkit is alive. Perfect. Okay, you may take your seat, Mr. Murkit. Jack, you've got to stay there. Okay.
Is that a choice?
Next round of interrogations. Craig,
Yes.
what would your last meal be?
Meat feast pizza.
Meat feast pizza. Jack, what would your last meal be?
Chocolate chip pancakes.
Chocolate chip pancakes. Mr. Petty?
TGI Fridays, Jack Daniel glazed chicken strips.
You see, I thought this was going to be a matter of, because I'm asking you 2 questions each, the second one is just going to be a bit of a throwaway, but I know that that would genuinely be your final meal. So I think that that is the truth, and you're still alive.
Yep.
He's still alive. Excellent. Okay, 2 left. We have Craig and Jack that are both left. So, final one. If you were going to use a murder weapon, what would it be?
Rope.
Rope?
Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah.
I'm aware of how it works. I wasn't expecting that to come out of you. Okay, Craig,
Yeah.
what would your murder weapon be?
Chainsaw.
Chainsaw.
Or-
That's discreet.
Or a pencil. And I'd go full on.
Joker.
What's that guy's name?
John
Keanu
Wick.
Reeves. John Wick. I go full John Wick.
I haven't seen it, but does he kill somebody with a
Hang
pencil?
on, you haven't seen John Wick?
No.
Right, stop this shit for a minute. Right. You've never seen John Wick?
No.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Okay, can we talk about this afterwards?
You need to watch John Wick.
Okay, right.
Like, tonight.
Okay. Okay.
There's 4 of them.
As if I've got time. What? There's 4 of them.
Yeah.
I thought they only came in trilogies nowadays.
Look at Marvel.
Can I carry on?
Yeah.
Right, perfect. Because of how passionate you got about that, and I don't believe that you. I think it's you. I think you're still alive. He's still alive, which means Jack, you are dead. Show everyone your golden cherry. Golden cherry. Jack is dead. Now,
I'm betrayed.
at the end of Mike, you killed Jack.
Yeah.
Not Mr. Murkit, not his alter ego. You went straight for Jack.
For context, we work in the same department.
What the hell?
There wasn't even a second thought.
Yeah.
There wasn't. It was like lightning. Okay, right. So now with every murder mystery, every good thriller, there's always a twist, right? So I was thinking, what's my twist going to be? If I was going to kill somebody, how would I get away with it? And the way that I would get away with it is to not actually commit the murder myself.
Clever.
The way that I would get away with it as a detective would be to influence somebody to kill the person that I wanted them to kill without them realising that I'd done it. And then I would get away with the murder because I have an alibi, my hands are clean, I haven't touched anything at all. So I influenced Mike to kill Jack. But Mike doesn't know that, and until then you didn't know that either. But not that I would do this in a case. Obviously the evidence would be destroyed immediately, but I do have evidence of what I've done because I'm a bit of a sociopath like that, and I had to have myself some evidence just to prove to you that I'm not lying. And this is how a lot of murderers get caught, because they have to prove it. They have to say, I was cleverer than you, I was more intelligent than you. Narcissists. So I've kept it, my evidence, that I knew that you were going to die, and I influenced Mike to kill you, and I can prove it. Do you remember right at the very start?
Yes.
I gave you that envelope. Open the envelope and read what it says, Mike.
Oh, I thought you were probing.
Maybe we give it to. Oh no, you. Because he's holding it.
Despite number 1 looking shady,
Which he does.
I want you to kill victim number 3.
Which was Jack! Thank you very much.
That's great.
It isn't it?
Really good. Jack,
Yeah.
you're absolutely amazing. Did you like that?
Not really.
Because you
you're
died.
dead, yeah.
I was influenced like
I
Matt.
No
influenced him.
excuses.
I tell you what, we're going to talk method now, so you can go in the other room.
Yeah.
But Jack was amazing, wasn't he?
Jack's always amazing. Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
Dude, you rock.
Cool.
Right. Love you, Jack. I'm glad you're not dead.
Oh, that's nice to know.
Remember, it was Michael that was...
He just stuck his fingers up at us.
I like
Are
that.
we talking method with that on?
Well, I mean, I think it's fairly obvious how it works. I'll just...
Is it? No, I don't already know.
There we go.
It's clever though.
It's very clever. I really like it. Like, I really, really, really like. I think it's super clever, and
super
also
clever.
completely foolproof.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, I can't see that going wrong. I can't imagine how that could. Because a lot of things like this are like electronics and stuff like that.
Yeah. There's no electronics.
no.
There's nothing. This is it's pretty much self-working. Pretty much, unless you really make a mistake.
Yeah.
It's difficult to make that mistake. And the explanation video, the tutorial video, is an hour long.
With who? Just Jamie or Jamie?
Jamie and Harry. So you get to look at Harry for an hour. Your welcome world. And
Well, I know that Harry does this in his show as well.
he does do it in his show. So you get a live presentation, which is Jamie doing it at a show, like a full live video of him doing it live to real people. And something goes wrong in the video. Not for him, he didn't do anything wrong, but one of the participants makes a mistake, and Jamie just covers it like that immediately. Like,
That's great.
and it just float, and it's so good. And then they do the full explanation. They go through everything that you get. You get like a full proper carry case and everything with it, with all of this stuff, and you get spare cherries and stuff in there, and everything fits really nicely in here, and you've got little slots in here for your envelopes and stuff, and then extra bits for if you wanted Sharpie markers and stuff, and all of that comes with it. So it's like you've got anything from a 5 to 10 minute.
It fits you
15-minute
perfectly
stage
because you
show.
do murder mysteries.
Just like
That hook was...
Exactly. That wasn't what they say in their presentation. But I thought, with me being a murder mystery actor, the opportunity was too good to miss.
No,
to
it's
kind of work
perfect.
that in. So
The only thing that I would say is I would consider looking into... I don't want to say what it is. I'll tell you later on. But I would consider, rather than using the envelope, looking into a prop called The Gift by Angelo Carbone.
okay.
Just go on Amazon, Alakazam or Penguin or something, and just type in The Gift, Angelo Carbone. Angelo Carbone is one of my favourite creators. He made...
I've heard of Angelo.
Yeah, he
Carbone.
made
I
the
don't know
demi
what
deck,
The
the
Gift is.
Soaring in Half.
Yeah.
The Gift was the trick of the year a few years ago. It was like the trick
Right.
of the year, and it would work perfectly for what you've got here.
Cool.
Just go look at the trailer for The Gift. Thank me later.
Okay.
If you're planning on doing this on stage,
I am.
imagine if you had a little box about this big, and before you even began, you gave that to Mike right at the very beginning.
Okay.
And then you had him open up the box himself and take out the piece of paper in there.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. That sounds good. Okay. Yeah.
But other than that, I think that's exceptional. It wouldn't work for me. I would never be able to perform that in a million years and make it.
The thing is, doing it live. If I was doing it live, you'd have 4 people up on stage, and
I do think, because you're looking for stuff. You know, in the Matt-umentary, you said, we're putting your own stage show together. You want something that you can put your own personality into.
Yeah. 100%.
There's still moments there that could be very funny, like watching them literally die on stage. There's funny moments there, but without it being slightly unusual.
Yeah.
Funny, like the show that you do is slightly unusual is like laugh out loud funny.
Yeah.
You want it to be more serious, but there's still comedic moments in there.
Yeah. And that is perfect for that. Like, it's like he wrote it for my act. It's perfect. I love it. And yeah, like performing it live as well. When you've got the 4 people up on stage, it's not going to be a matter of, okay, they're set out like this in front of people and stuff.
You'd have them on stage, yeah.
And then you get the murderer up, and then they hand them out to the people, and it's just, it flows a lot better. Like,
you know what I like about
magicians watching it, obviously the way that it's set out like that, but it wouldn't be like that. And the handing out of the envelope and stuff, that wouldn't be at that point. Do you know what I mean? I just couldn't do it in this scenario.
You know what I really like as well? I like the fact that there's a lot of close-up magicians that are at the moment wanting to transition to stage shows. And I've always said that one of the best ways that you can do that is by offering an upsell. So when you get a close-up booking, say, hey, would you like me to do a 5-minute trick at the end for everybody, for the whole group?
Like I had to do the other day.
Like you had to do the other day. And no
Which works, actually.
No clients will say no to that. That is all self-contained in a little case.
Yeah.
You can throw that in the back of your car. You can have it set up in minutes. It doesn't require a case to work out of.
No.
And you can have that, and you can upsell them on a 5-10 minute thing at the end. That'll work to the biggest audience in a stage. It'll work to a parlour show. You could do that on a smaller stage like the House of Secrets.
I mean, to be fair, if you've got 5 people, it would work. You don't have, they don't have to be performing it 2 people. You could do it as like a group of 5 people.
Well,
One's
you know,
the murderer,
some of those house
4
parties you go
victims.
to where you've got like 15 people and you've got to do 2 hours of close-up
Yeah.
magic.
Boom.
I like that.
Perfect.
I
It
really-
would work for stage. It would work for close-up. Not close-up, walk around corporate close-up stuff. But like you say, if you were going to a house party and there was 20 people there and you had to entertain them for 2 hours, perfect. Would work as a cabaret show. Perfect. Would work on stage. Perfect. You can put your own spin on it. Perfect. You know what I mean? Like, there's not, other than not being able to put it in your pocket and walk around at a close-up scenario doing it, it's brilliant.
It's great. I love it.
Brilliant. And the fact that they basically say, so you watch Jamie do his presentation during the live footage. When they're doing the explanation, Harry does his performance. So Harry performs it to Jamie. So then you get to see Harry's performance of it as well. They then give you 2 or 3 alternatives. Like, you could do it as, instead of doing it as a murder, you could do it as a blind date, or you can do it as this, or you could do it as this, and you could do it as this. You know what I mean? And they give you all of these alternatives as well, aside from the 2 main presentations that you get. They give you tips and tricks and hints and all different. I mean, Jamie obviously knows what he's talking about. I don't think anyone's dating that Harry does as well. So the knowledge that they project over within that hour is fantastic, and it's obviously shot by Alakazam, so it looks incredible. And yeah, it's amazing. But they basically say to you, this is our presentation, this is Jamie's presentation, this is Harry's presentation, but go and work on your own. Go and do something. Go and work on your own presentation. Practice it. Give it the practice that it deserves before you go out there and perform it properly, and make it your own. Do what you want with it. And
so 2 questions. 1, would you do it?
yeah, 100%. Gonna do it. Yeah.
And 2, what are you giving it?
100.
There you go.
I love it. I absolutely, like, genuinely, as soon as I watch the tutorial, normally what I'll do when I'm watching a tutorial is I'll watch it, and then I'm prattling around when I'm watching the tutorial and practicing doing bits and bobs and stuff, because I'm not very good at just sitting and watching something and learning it. I have to be doing it while I'm watching it in order to be able to learn it. That I sat and watched the hour, the 55 minutes or whatever it is. I sat there and watched the whole thing and just absorbed as much of it as I possibly could, and then sat there for another 2 or 3 hours last night just going over it and over it and over it and over and over it. And that presentation that I just gave is nowhere near as good as it could be. That's literally just learning it and running it through for a couple of hours last night. But it's it's brilliant. I love it.
There you go. Looks like Pete was right.
Pete is right. It didn't fool you, but everything.
No,
else,
he gave me that and said, well, he suggested I get that for you and said, this is perfect for Matt.
Yeah, but he's right. He's absolutely right. And thank you, Jamie. Very good, mate. Very good.
There we go. That's another great...
Not that Jamie's going to watch these.
I think he does, you know.
But still, if he gets back, anybody knows Jamie, like, I might drop him a text and just go, cheers, mate.
There you go.
If anybody sees Jamie out and about, tell him I said thanks.
That's another crate test in the bag. I don't know. We'll be back again next Tuesday with another Craig test or a Matt test, don't know yet. And on Thursday, we're back with Matt-umentary, steaming on, carrying on, trying to make Matt look as stupid as possible.
Yeah.
All fun and games. We'll be back again very, very soon. But once again, thank you very much for watching. I'm Craig.
I'm Matt.
Say bye.
Bye.
We'll see you again soon. See you later, everyone.